Hey there, you scum feather muckers. Scott Grove here, Dr. Groovy, GroovyMusicLessons.com. Hey, I got two more guitars showing up today, identical except for the color, and you're not going to believe what they are. But hey, I'll show you in a little bit as soon as the UPS guy gets here. Today, a guy asked a question, and I answered him, and I told him I'd make a video, so I'm gonna. Okay, and plus I've got another guitar that's coming in. I ordered another Dillian, and I do have to make, John, yes, I'm going to make the new video about all your new stuff that's out. Man, you guys got to go for Dillian. I mean, he's got some cool, like, spalted and tops on the Phoenix models, which is your, that thing. So, the ones that look like this kind of, okay, so many good ones, and all the Les Pauls with the new tops too as well, and new models, lots of 8 and 6 string lap steels that are made way better than the garbage that you guys are buying. Again, that's Dillian. Dillian. Yes, I'm actually bringing, getting a guitar, or got it, and I actually got it through Ed Roman. Yeah, old Dead Ed. He had one laying around. Gibson sued, of course, and a lot of stuff had to be trashed that Dillian was making because Gibson did a cease and desist. Ed Rome was deceased. They did a cease and desist order for Dillian doing some of these exact or better Gibson things, just like Ibanez did, you know, back in the day with their Explorers and V's and stuff. Anyway, I found, I'll just let the cat out of the bag, I found like a 58, 59 Dillian Flying V. Okay? And I mean, just the flippin' exact thing. They got one other one there that actually doesn't have the Dillian logo, so if you want to put a fake logo on and get arrested. I did get a guy busted on eBay this week though, selling counterfeit crap from that alley whatever thing, selling a counterfeit Richie Sambora strap that you can get for $139. It was already up to $650, and I finally got him pulled after almost a week of trying to get it done. Anyway, cleaning strings. And again, no alcohol, people. I know you're all naphtha. You guys can believe whoever you want to believe. Again, I will pick up the phone eventually. Again, since my mom just had a stroke driving 2 days ago and crashed her vehicle right into her car right into a telephone pole. She's in the hospital right now. So we're just strokers. She's doing okay. I'm trying to remember who I am or who she is, and my sister that's all back there. But man, so yeah, with people like Will that has different, you know, we love each other, you know, different, we're like brothers from different mothers. We're both sick as all hell. You guys should have heard our telephone conversation. He just left me a message again last night. I have a problem. I can't pick up telephones. That's just from the stroke, and I can't do that, and it's almost impossible for me to go outside. It's just rough, man. It's like postpartum, but for male stroke victims. It's just, you end up with weirdness. But anyway, a guy asked me about fast fret, and I told him no. And so many of you guys think it's great, but you're doing damage. And why I brought up Will is Will actually tell you something's okay when I will tell you it's not. And we have actually talked about that. He goes, yeah, I know you say some things and I say other things, and so be it. Okay, you guys decide what's best for you. Do I think I'm right? 100%. Does Will think he's right? 100%. Are we going to bitch at each other? Why would we? We're friends. We're not calling each other names because of our differences. We get it, you know. So you guys try your own stuff. People who put naphtha or any kind of lighter fluid, whatever, or straight alcohol under their fretboards, which is what you're doing when you're doing the fast fret thing. You're getting that alcohol right into your wood. Is alcohol good for your wood? You don't want to get your wood drunk. You ever had a drunk pecker? Okay, so this will be one that Will disagree with. But he'll agree with the final thing. He just won't agree with the whole lighter fluid thing. He'll say, go ahead, even with the finish. But I say no. And especially this stuff, don't get rubbing alcohol on your finishes for your violins and all that stuff. It will ruin them as soon as you put it on. It'll take your finish off. Okay, rubbing alcohol for strings. Good thing. Good thing. Not for elixirs though. It will melt the coating off. So if you're using regular strings, whether they are stainless steel, which is always better, especially if you have stainless steel frets, but stainless steel strings you can boil and use again. And then you can boil them and use them a third time, then you got to throw them away. But the stuff that's nickel wound, you just have to throw away. But you can still use this and get a little more life out of it. Okay, again, just pure flipping rubbing alcohol, not peroxide, nothing else. And what's the difference between this and fast fret? The applicator. That's about it. The fast fret has that goofy looking, it looks like a push-up, you know, the ice cream. That's that sorbet flavored, what is it? Kind of like a dreamsicle or a creamsicle. Creamsicle. I'll just leave that there. But it is made of multi-fibers that actually get caught in the windings of your strings, which cause your strings to go dead, because the last thing you want, and the thing that makes crap go dead, is shit between your windings of your strings. Again, it's always easiest to show you a bass because of the strings. Let me get some real light by moving this forward. Okay, strings, focus, there you go. Windings, anything in between there, dirt, pubic hairs, or the hairs that are on your actual fast fret. Those are all kinds of little hairs in there. They get stuck and wrapped around in there. Not a good thing. That makes it go dead. Sure, it feels good to have a little pubic hair down there. Yeah, it's slick, it's whatever, but it makes them go dead instead of more live. Some people go, mine sounds great. I'm sure it does. Just like everybody else's whammy works perfect, and it's a Bigsby, and they can dive bomb a Bigsby all the way to hell. I know you're a liar. But anyway, so you don't want anything in there. That's what makes your strings go dead. Again, fast fret makes your strings go dead. And it's not the alcohol. The alcohol is a good idea. Again, you better have some clean flipping hands, fingers, wash them after you pee, and all that. And a little alcohol, you know, on your hands, and then wash them. That's good, but not the other way around. Okay? So what you want to do is, since you don't want a bunch of little pubic hairs that is matted up pubic hair is basically what fast fret is. And then they just fill it full of alcohol, and then you just rub that on there, and then your pubic hairs get wrapped in the windings. That's why it's a bad idea, but for no other reason. If they could keep their pubic hairs in there or put something else in there, it'd be fine. Don't use microfiber towels or whatever. You use cheesecloth. Cheesecloth. Or better yet, gotta keep doing it. Get out there and get your Dillians. A new set of Rosies are in too. The Rosewood Tellies. Okay? So use this stuff, the cleanest dirty ones you have, just like Dave's World of Fun Shit. Use clean stuff. Alcohol. This is pretty self-explanatory, but there's more to this than using the alcohol. The guy asked me, he said, can I use alcohol? I was like, for sure. Okay, take it. Put it on here. You know, put as much as you want on, but don't let it drip on the fingerboard. Okay, put it on here. Dry off your other hand if you got some on it. Wrap it around the string so it does not touch your neck, your fingerboard, anything. Yes, you will get that squeak. And it will do that every time. And do it for every string. So here's one before. Party live. And these are not elixirs. These have been on here since the day I bought this base. And I'll go ahead. And the other thing I'm doing is the part that I want you to notice. And that is the flicking of the strings. Yep, that's the sound you want. If you do not want it on your fingerboard though. So do that, then let it set and dry. You don't have to go back and dry it. It's just, it's not going to rust your strings. Okay, you're not putting water on your strings, you're putting alcohol on your strings. So you want this to dry so that when you push down with your fingers, it doesn't end up on your fingers and then end up on your fretboard and then with alcohol on your fretboard. Again, my thing. And alcohol on wood is bad as far as I am concerned. Okay? Fact or fiction, who knows, who cares? If you do, whatever, but I say no. Okay? And so, let it dry. When it does dry and you come back to play it, it will be sharp. Every string will be sharp. Why? Alcohol ends up, it dries cold. Cold makes little things shrink. You ever been, get out of a cold swim pool, you have an innie. I'm talking about your pecker, not your belly button. But now we have, okay, so that's the other part. Once you warm them back up to normal temperature, get them back in tune. That's the other thing, is you will, even if you don't have alcohol around, this is still a good thing. Take your strings, whether it's on your bass or your guitar or whatever, if they are round wounds, if they're flat wounds, they don't make any difference. It sounds like crap anyway. Anybody who uses flat wounds should be shot. And I might as well say it here, any women out there that cut their hair short should be shot. There's not one man in the world who has ever seen a girl chop her hair off. Oh, that looks much better. Or put her hair up, like, get Jennifer, the big star. I know, you're out there saying it. No, not Jennifer Lawrence, the other. J-Lo. Okay, so you got J-Lo out there. Putting her hair up in a little thing. She looks like crap, you know, nice face, but put that hair down, man, it's time to ride the pony. But you cut your hair off, it looks like shit, girls. It really does. I told my wife, said, you ever cut, even when you're 90, cut your hair off and I'm leaving you. Yes, I'm that shallow. It's my one thing. Keep your hair long, no matter how gray or whatever it gets. Why am I talking about it? Just huge pet peeve. Phoebe Cates, when she cut hers off, I lost my boner. Okay, here's the other thing. Take your strings, round wounds. Pull them out. All the way up. All the way up. Do that. Or backward and forward. It's best to let it hit the fretboard and make dents. That actually is like flossing your teeth. You ever get it by the mirror and floss your teeth and chink and all that tooth smegma gets all over the mirror? That's what's happening here. All your shit is coming out from between the windings because you are flicking it. It is hitting frets and wood and it's forcing all that shit out from between the windings, and your strings will be a lot more alive, quite a bit more, even if you don't use the alcohol. So if you do both, you're great. Again, these strings have been on here for what, a couple of years since I bought this, and they are of unknown origin. Couldn't tell you. They are not Deodarios. They are something. Don't know, couldn't tell you. But listen, they sound great, and they're not elixirs. Why am I not killing them? For exactly what I told you about alcohol and doing this. I know I don't need to do any more of the video because that's all there is. You can turn it off if you got it. But just do that, and the rubbing alcohol, you can do the rubbing alcohol again after you get all your tooth smegma out of there, and do it again, let it set, and it will be cold and then sharp again. But that's the extra thing. That is huge. That will bring your strings right back to life. Okay, so all you people sitting around needed another little coaching from Dr. Groovy. There's your tip of the day. Rubbing alcohol, keep it off the fingerboards. You're okay if it is maple like this one and it has a finish on it. You're fine. Rub it all over the damn thing. It makes no difference. But if you go to rosewood or ebony, my theory is you're going to fuck it up. But you can try it. Doesn't bother me. It's not my instrument. I'm going to do my instruments my way. You do yours however you want. And again, we all have whatever, but I'm not going to chance it. Okay, so once again, Dr. Groovy, you guys be groovy, and new guitars coming in. Again, Dillian, go check out the site, okay, and talk to John, mention Scott Grove, Dr. Groovy, he'll give you a great discount. They're on AOL.com, the thing is on the website. And again, if you want these pearlescent looking guitars, I don't like the way his site is set up, because for all the guitars and basses and everything else that have these cool tops, you actually have to go up at the top where it says these kind of tops, you know, these motto, mother of toilet seat stuff, MOT tops, MOTO, mother of toilet seat. You have to click there to find all those. So if you find a jazz bass down here in a picture of it, it won't have these finishes. You have to go up to where it shows these finishes and then see all the different guitars and basses and instruments with this. I love these finishes. I'm going to get me a jazz bass that is completely white motto and then black binding on it too. And I'm going to get my Phoenix guitar with my 3 humbuckers, mini humbuckers, and every single one of them, every humbucker on every Dillian guitar has a coil split. So you got a 3 pickup guitar like the Phoenix that looks like the Firebird, but much better. Push pulls, every single pickup, so 3 of those. And I'm getting my 58V replica, which is so close again. Cease and cease to exist order. So you guys be groovy, and again, rubbing alcohol, not peroxide. You don't need bubbles popping and fizzing, kind of like it looks like when I go pee. You need cheesecloth or a string rag or a t-shirt or whatever, as long as it is not fast fret. You do not want pubic hair between your strings. If you do, that's your own little fantasy, and enjoy your pleather suit that you zip up everywhere. And that's about it. I'm still going to try to figure out why my camera and microphone aren't being recognized on any of my units, even though I can see myself on them, in order to get into a flippin' chat thing. I don't get it, a hangout. I'm laying there in bed and seeing my nasty naked self on my camera, but it's not connecting. I don't know, and Will's always calling saying, hey man, I'll let you in early and blah blah. I'll get there eventually, kids. I'm trying. But anyway, be groovy. Keep your strings alive. If you don't like the elixirs or won't buy them, or you think it's too much to buy one set of strings that lasts 13 years instead of what you're doing. Okay, be groovy. Later.